Well, hey, everybody. Like I said, Robert Shelton from Redis. I'm on the Applied AI team, which means I work on some of our ecosystem libraries and different connectors in this space. And if you've worked in the agent space as a developer, this is kind of what you get as a day in the life. So you have this FOMO sense of urgency from the business to install a bunch of frameworks you don't have time to understand, slap together Claude, new framework drops, and then you just repeat this cycle and you're kind of churning things out. So the goal with this project was to go beyond Hello World and don't dodge ETL, memory management. We wanted to roll it ourselves because a lot of these different frameworks can become black boxes. And when you go to deploy these things, it gets really confusing. So we wanted to design for scale with that in mind and then build something people actually find helpful and make it open source. So this is where we built Hank, thus memory and memory accessories, which is a Slack-based React-style agent for a curated knowledge base. So the design, as we said, for making this production ready is we have everything built for agent orchestration for async task flows. This way we don't muddy the waters between execution. Most people, when they deploy an agent, it gets stuck in a singular thread, and you need to be able to spread that overload. Otherwise, your agent's going to fall over when you need lots of requests. So to that point, we made this async flow. Now, we have an API service which batches queues through Redis. Workers pick that up. Where we built our own agent here with code. This could be LangGraph or anything. It just executes agent work. And then we have the memory server running behind to automatically summarize our context window and make changes as we go. Agent memory works with short-term and long-term memories. We can use the agent memory server, which is something from Redis, to automatically summarize this context window. A lot of our customers, this is where they're moving to use us for memory. So here, with our kind of demo side, we have a video for speed of how Hank executes. So you can see in here, I'm asking Hank a question. You're going to see a service kickoff for the API. Then the agent workers are going to pick up that task to execute all the agent things. This is the tool calls, all the kind of brains of the operation. You can see that's like churning through. He's doing his things. He's automatically updating the user asynchronously and then using our code examples. So this is kind of the benefit of this. Then you can see I'm going to ask him in a minute to save a memory. So then he invokes our memory tools. That hits our memory server. And all of these can be scaled independently of what they need to operate, which is like one of the big shots of this project. Now, the other thing that we manage with this project, you can see that he saves a memory, hits the agent memory tool. If you want the full demo, we have this at our booth. The other thing is we can manage the ETL task. This is my deploy for this. I have 3 services running in my cluster. And then I can save and manage my ETL for my RAG documentation through this. So then now you can see in the Redis instance here, I'm managing my memory, and this is going to reload. This is for an item-potent ETL process, if that's in your MLOps flow, kind of like we were mentioning before. That's really helpful. But here you can see our working memory, our servers, our streams, and the RAG docs are all in a central Redis location. All the Docker containers that communicate through these async pipelines can touch this single Redis instance, which will scale for you. So you don't really have to worry about it. It makes your dev kit really easy for agent workflows. Then moving right along, if you want this code, here it is for you. That has everything that we just did there, all the Slack integrations and stuff. I see people getting their phones out. That's great. And then if you want to hear more, I don't know where the timer is here, but you can visit us at booth 37. Again, if you have any questions about the code, it's all out there. And if you need help with different stuff, we're available for that. The other big news is, as of today, Redis recently acquired Featureform. So if you're building feature stores for your ML pipelines, we have just made some new investments along that front. So come talk to me, say hey, we're booth 37, and then we have new stuff for feature stores as well. Great. That's what I had, folks.